kind of goes, I really overstuffed my cactus's fingers. So in this tight cotton, he's just really, I mean, look, he's throwing his head back. He's like, no. Hello. As you can see, I am nerding out. I'm wearing my glasses. I've got on my Chewbacca, that's Chewy. Today when I'm filming this, it is April 30th. But when I release this, it's gonna be May 4th, Star Wars Day, because I love Star Wars. I haven't told y'all that, I don't believe, but my husband and I really like Star Wars. It was one of the things that sealed the deal in our relation. You're gonna hear snoring in this video, and I apologize. Let me show you the reason why they're snoring. This is why they're snoring. This is Tater Tot. Tater, for short. Tater is my sweetest boy. He's so good. He's so sweet. Except Tater has come into his manhood. Let me put him down. Just a second. Because of that, he has decided to mark everything in my house with his urine. And because of his need to do that, I need to have a surgery performed on him. And it's cutting off parts of his body, because I don't like when he decides to urinate on all of my things. That has suddenly begun to happen. He is getting surgery in a couple of weeks. Until then, Tater is stuck to me like glue, because I cannot trust him to be alone anymore. So you're gonna hear snoring because he's here. There's nothing this dog does that is not loud. Everything he does is loud and with a lot of heavy breathing. And it's real cute sometimes. Sometimes, like, you probably hear him right now. What are you doing? I apologize for the sounds. It is what it is, though. I decided to go full-on nerdy for you today because I am nerdy. I think I've told y'all that. I'm a nerd at heart. I like nerds. I get along with nerds. They are my people. If people are popular, I'm scared of them. I don't know what to do with popular socialites. I like nerdy things, and one of my favorite nerdy things is Star Wars. Now, to explain the obsession with Star Wars, it's not just Star Wars. It's Legos and Star Wars, and lots of little things that are Star Wars. I like them. I give them to my son, but really, I wanted them, and it looks better if I give them to him versus me playing with them or having them on display in, say, my bedroom. There's a certain look that looks better with a little boy than it does with a 35 plus 13-year-old woman, you know? Also, my son's name is Lucas. And his name is Lucas because my husband, once Luke was able to get a phone, my husband wanted the ringtone to be, oh, Luke, I am your father. He wanted that as his ringtone. My son is named the name he is in hopes of a ringtone later in life. When my daughter came along, my husband really wanted to name her Leia. I had to put my foot down though. I had to say no. We had a friend whose dog was named Leia, and I was like, that's gonna have to do for now. We can't name our child Leia. We can't do that to our kids. So we didn't. I won that battle. But he still brings it up. It's not one that he lost without having pain. And I apologize, but these kids are gonna grow up one day, and we want them to be proud of their parents, not ashamed of what their parents like, you know? So today's video, I'm gonna show you a kit that I bought. I actually bought this a year, maybe 2 years ago, I can't remember, but I bought it for this channel, and I've been saving it for this day. May 4th, Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. My son actually used to say, may the forest be with you. That's really my favorite way to say that. People look at me weird though. They think I heard it wrong, and I didn't. I'm just saying it the way my son says it, because I think that's cuter. I bought this kit for this day a year ago. I might sometimes over prep. Now the kit I got was this Star Wars kit. And this one's different than a lot of the Star Wars kits because this one's actually finger puppets. It's not just the characters. You get to play with them on your finger. How fun is that, right? I know, it's immature, but I am a child of the 80s, and finger puppets were kind of a thing back then. I remember them being in all my grade school classrooms. Finger puppets. Before electronics, we played with our fingers. That sounded bad. You know what I mean though, right? Whenever you buy a kit like this, because there's so many, I've seen Golden Girls, My Little Pony, Harry Potter, just know you are not buying that kit for the yarn that is in the kit. Almost always use the yarn you have instead of what is provided in these kits, because it's usually awful yarn. Usually is. Now this yarn is really not bad, but I don't like it because it's so thin. It's just hard on my hands, and you know, my tennis elbow injury that's not at all sports related, it's hurt that. And I couldn't make everything I wanted to make because of that, and there's still a lot of health issues with my mom, so my time has been limited. But I was able to get a few things done and make some modifications to give you the full effect of some of the other things. But in the kit, you will get stuffing. I didn't use it. I used my own. I don't know how much is in here. Once you deflate this or inflate it, you're just filling up heads. You don't fill up anything else. You give them big heads. That's the only thing you're going to need the stuffing for. You will get the book, and in here there are 10 patterns. I assumed from looking at this box I was going to have yarn for all of these characters. False. That was wrong. They give you yarn for Vader and Luke, but you don't really have enough yarn for anything else or any other colors than the colors that those use. So I did make Luke. Here he is. He's precious. This is made with Hobie yarn. It's Hobie 8-4 is what comes in the kit, and it is cotton. And when cotton is this thin, it's not bad to work with, but it still hurts my hands because it's tiny. It's so tiny, and you're using a 2.5 or a 2.25 millimeter hook. It's tiny. This is the hook. I bent it already. Once again, you're not buying the kit for the stuff that comes in the kit. You're buying it for the patterns. Keep that in mind. Don't worry about the stuff that comes in it. Most of the time it's garbage. You know. It also comes with the thread to do Vader, to do his, you know, his stuff, the stuff on Vader. And it only has 2 sets of safety eyes because you're just getting enough yarn for 2 characters. You do get a needle. That's somewhere, I don't know. There's a lot of black yarn. A lot of black yarn. I didn't do the character that needs all of this. That is Darth Vader, because I've been going through things and I did not want to go through this thing. I don't like black yarn, and I didn't think I needed to suffer more. This would make me suffer more because black yarn is hell's den. It's awful. I don't like working with it, and I certainly would not enjoy working with tiny, tiny, tiny black yarn. So I didn't do Vader. I apologize, but no, there are limits to my love for y'all. This was a limit. I had to say no. I didn't tell y'all this. This hand was made for this video. I have tested out what I want to do with this hand for the video. It has failed, but we're going to try it anyways. Just know this is a failure for what I had intended it to work for. It is meant to give peace signs or not peace signs. It's not meant to do what I'm going to do with it because it fails. Terribly bad at this. So Luke goes on here and he kind of goes, I really overstuffed my cactus's fingers. So in this tight cotton, he's just really, I mean, look, he's throwing his head back. He's like, no. It's like kind of when he finds out that Darth Vader's his father. No, no, yes. It's like that. He doesn't like being up here, and he's a little hydrocephalic, so he's got a really big head. And like I said, I was not able to make all the characters, and I really didn't want to make this one, and it's Darth Vader. So he's going to go right here next to his little boy. He just loves his little boy, so he's going to go right here. Also, he is on the middle finger because he's a bad guy. When you're bad, you go on bad fingers. Y'all should know this. I should not be telling you anything new. Bad guys, bad fingers, okay? I have a lot of favorite parts of Star Wars. Of course, I'm referring to the first Star Wars, which is actually the last Star Wars. It's so confusing. My husband, like, he really loves Darth. Darth is his guy. He likes he likes dark stuff like that. He likes the fact that evil came in and then he's gonna be kind of good, but not really good, but a little bit. He likes that in Darth. My son is obsessed with lightsabers. He loves lightsabers. If he sees a plastic one in his store and if it lights up, my son is there for that. He wants it. Now, this next thing, this is my favorite part of Star Wars. It's Han Solo. That's my favorite part. If you like it, you need to put a ring on it. So he's going on the ring finger. I love him. Harrison Ford, he has my heart. Besides my husband, Harry. I feel like I can call him that. I feel like we're that close. And my love for Harrison Ford goes back a ways. This is the People magazine edition, August 4th, 1997, where he was promoting Air Force One. I still have this, and I'm not getting rid of it anytime soon. I love him. I also have the People magazine, November 16th, 1998, Sexiest Man Alive, where Harrison Ford is that. And I agree. I am not going to dispute that at all. It was very true. Very true back then. I love this man. And I chose not to make him because taking that handsome man and turning him into something made with yarn, I thought was wrong. I didn't think that was a nice thing to do and to change his image like that, because he needs to be him, not something made with yarn. So I didn't do him. Instead, I did Princess Leia. Now she is made with DK yarn because I did not have enough yarn from what came in the kit to do her. And I actually ran out of my brown yarn on her Cinnabuns. And you can't really tell, but these are actually two different yarns on this bun. No one's gonna know. You know, when I think about it though, because it makes it look like part of her hair is maybe dirtier than the other part, because did any of y'all see anybody shower at any part during these movies? I always wonder about that. Where do they shower and go to the bathroom and they just don't eat enough? I don't know how they have the energy to do everything, because they are rarely ever eating or drinking. I would think they'd be dehydrated. I am probably very much overthinking this, and because I'm a mother, this is probably what I'm thinking of, that I was like, you guys would fight better if you drink more water. But that just may not be a possibility when you're on all those other places. I don't know. They did eat some, but just not enough for all the energy they were using fighting all the time, you know? Yeah, I think I overthought that just a little bit. She's gonna go right here next to Han. I love you. I know. See, I know quotes too, because that one upset me. I'm glad he didn't say that he loved her, because, you know, I do. I'm gonna have to take her down because her head's so heavy, she won't stay up. All in all, very cute kit. My biggest complaint with these is this stupid little book. I hate this size book. I wish it was on like a spiral, because trying to see your patterns is miserable because it's so stiff, and I tried to break the binding and everything and it just doesn't work. This is a perfect book to use digitally. So you take a photo with your phone or an iPad and you can blow it up that way and use it in a note writing program. I use Notes Writer Pro. This would be an awesome way to see these patterns a little better, because trying to hold this book open is miserable. I had to use my little Cocoa Knits little magnetic page markers in here to hold it open and mark my spot. I was trying to be faithful and use everything except the parts I didn't like. I was trying to do that. And I did for the most part. All the patterns that are in the book, there's 10 of them. There's Boba Fett, Jabba the Hutt, Emperor Palpatine, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Stormtrooper. So there's a lot of cute patterns in here, and they're written well. There's nothing wrong with the patterns in this book. It's well done. Just don't use the yarn and stuff in it. It's my biggest recommendation. And know that you're gonna pay a little bit more because they're giving you that, but you're paying for the book. Keep that in mind. Anytime I do one of these kits, I'm buying it for the book, not for anything else in here. But easy, great patterns. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And please remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. It lets you know when my videos come out. Here lately, they're kind of sporadic. I'm so sorry. Hopefully we'll get a rhythm going soon. I just can't promise anything because of my mother's health. So I try to get them in when I can. May the force be with you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.